Yeah, I hear that hissing sound. Also, is the music not coming through? Playing some jazz in the background. Surprised why this isn't, the deployment isn't working on Vercel. Hold on. .22.13, is that what I'm running? It is. Oh, so why is it not working? Oh wait, before I push this, let's also fix the IPX turbo run lint is the command, I think. And we have to fix the commit lint, right? So which one's failed? Filter by status. Failed. So lint failed, commit lint failed, and build failed. God damn. Wait, why'd this fail? This doesn't require any package.json or anything like that. It failed on installing dependencies, unsupported engine. Error required or greater actual 10.8. Ah, okay, I see. I see. I'm just gonna copy this. I see. Ah, damn it. Alright, whatever. So we need 10.8.2 and 20.19.4 because I think that's the version that Vercel has running on their network and systems and whatnot. Um, Alright, so while we have that fixed, I also need to change it here in the .nvmrc because I'm asking for a way higher version. I was asking for the version that I'm running locally, but Vercel appears to be a little bit behind, so I'm gonna downgrade that to what Vercel has so we can host this up and see if we can see it on the web. So that's cool. This is the lint one, so do we have a prettier command here? So we don't have a check command, because I know it's gonna want to run that. So we'll make one. Do prettier. Actually, no, it should be fine. That should be fine because it's gonna execute this on call instead of calling a script in here. So this is fine. It's gonna check if all the files that we're pushing have been formatted according to our prettier configuration. So we'll leave that as is. Anything else in here that we need to fix? We'll close that. We need to check commit lint. What was the problem in here? The problem in here was also the versions, so we don't need to worry about that. Build didn't work because... Also, why is this linting too? I don't think my build script should also be linting. Give me 1 sec. I gotta ask a trusted adult here. Put on okay, so while that's waiting, let me go back to VS Code. What version did we ask for in here? We asked for version 20, so we could turn this down. Actually, now that we're in here, I might as well check all the other ones too to make sure that we didn't say anything about version. Okay, so this is version 20, that's fine. C spell, what version? Version 22, that's also fine. We'll close that. Lint, what version do we ask for? We didn't even, we have that commented out, so it should be fine. Everywhere else should be Gucci. So Dependabot and was the only one that succeeded, if I'm not mistaken. If we go back to our actions. Yeah, so Dependabot is the only one that, and spell check it, which is interesting. But whatever, it's not a problem. Oh, because it asks for the right version for this one. All right, anyways, so that should be good. So let's see if we can push this now. Package, updated. Okay, GitHub, commit, and sure. What are we fixing? We updated the version in here, and we updated the... Oh, we didn't actually do this. So this needs to be npx turbo run lint and npx turbo run build. Get reset head, add GitHub, workflows, build, YAML, get commit, update, called scripts for lint and build. And then we need to add lint.yaml, which we gotta open again. What do we do in here? We just updated the command. Okay, and so we can close build, we can close lint. We then gotta check We gotta check. We gotta check. The MVMRC. Command M chore update. Okay, get status. Push. Okay, let's go back to our repo. Everything pushed. Okay, this updated. Those updated. Let's check our actions. I'll leave that up for a second while we go back to home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it didn't go through, which is fine. Actually, we'll wait for these to finish because if I add that project and then these workflows failed, then I'm gonna have to fix them again and then see what's causing the problem. Let's check the commit lint one, see if it's okay. So this one passed. So our fix here worked. Go back to actions. Lint and format failed. Why did you fail? Why should be something so dumb? Prettier is failing. Oh, because we didn't format our files. Oh, right. Wow. Forgot because I didn't have this. I removed this plugin before I pushed everything. Organize imports. No, this one was for organize attributes, so we don't need that. In fact, since I'm in here, let me go ahead and run npx prettier check. Wow, that is loud. It's crazy how much louder audio is when your headphones are plugged in directly into the right now I'm using my headphones wired instead of Bluetooth, so I can use the plug-in headset. And my computer is so slow. Okay. Yes, we know that one doesn't work. So the issue is only this. Okay. So we can fix that very easily. Yeah, we know it's gonna run forever. So for now, let's just go back in here. See if this saves. I don't know why it's taking 10 decades. Okay, that saved. We will now you clear that, run this command one more time, and it should pass. I just got an email from Vercel saying my deployment failed. Yeah, I know it failed. Okay, so that one didn't format. That one didn't format. Wow, actually a lot of files didn't format. Goodness gracious, great balls. All right, so let's just run npx prettier fix all those issues. What just happened? What's the problem? Oh, right, not fix. I'm mixing the fix command for ESLint when I know and prettier uses the right command. Huh. I don't know why it's going through the package.json files. Could have sworn I had these ignored. Maybe it wasn't specific enough. Did this finish running? Nope, it's still going. Okay, now it's done. What did you do in here? Not much. So I don't know why I even had to go through it. Anyways, let's update this so that it doesn't touch these package.json files, because I don't know what it did in here. I don't see any differences. I think maybe some of these had to just be changed to the end of line sequence. Some of these needed to be changed because I have it configured uh, for LF, and some of these might have been CR. Was it CRLF? Yeah, CRLF. All right, so we'll leave that for now. I'll fix that in a sec. Get status, get add, get commit, and chore format file with prettier. Surprised it even formatted the prettier file anyways, but I hate when he does that. Anyways, let's just push this, see if all of our scripts will now succeed. And I forgot to check the first bunch, because I know this one failed, but the other ones I didn't check to see if they also failed, which they probably did. Go back to the actions. So yeah, build failed. Let's check why build failed. Probably because of the same thing. No, actually it was a different reason. Build project. Says npx run turbo. Packages and assets. Build 6 remote caching, docs build, cache miss. Creating an optimized project build. Build failed because of webpack errors. Command failed. Okay, interesting. Pushed. Let's check our actions again. Surprised why lint passed there in the build, but it didn't pass. It didn't pass in the lint and format one. Right now I'm doing a mono repo for this project, but I think in the future I'm just gonna switch to a multi-repo or poly-repo setup. Okay, everything passed except for build again. Let's see why this failed. So this part keeps failing. So it keeps failing in the docs. Huh, now I'm curious. Let me see what happens when I build locally. Fifteen point 4.5. Because if it passes locally, then that might be a problem for might be a problem for GitHub itself. Let me see something. I know it's gonna tell me that the build status failed. I didn't actually put that stuff in here yet. Okay, so I'll add that in a sec. Not sure why it's saying 2 deployments failed. Oh, so why does it keep deploying? Am I blind? So it did deploy. Oh, hell no. Okay, whatever. Let's go back here and see. Did docs finish? Which one is it deploying first? Maybe building first. Probably gonna do docs first. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Creating an optimized failed to compile. Module not found. Package path that global is not exported from package at Ripple UI. Okay. Same thing. So there's a package that's globals.css is not exported. But where is this being imported from? Where is this being imported? Is it in here? Am I not exporting this directly? Packages, UI, source. No, not source. Package.json. Styles, globals.css. Repo /UI /styles globals.css. It would be nice if it told me where exactly I'm importing, if that's what's causing this issue. It's in layout.tsx, so not in here. So we can leave this alone. Layout.tsx. Am I importing this incorrectly? All right, hold on. Let's see this. This is what app is this? This is the web app. Let's bring the web app to the forefront. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just hide that, see what it looks like. Gonna move my code window to the side here so I can still have it up and see what happens to our app. It's still saving because it's taking a millennia to run ESLint. Oh my days. Still saving. Still saving, still saving, still saving. Still saving, still saving, still saving. Right, let me turn this way down. Still saving, still saving. Okay. I think I might be just importing it wrong. Instead of importing as UI.css, I should do repo UI styles globals.css. Getting a compilation error, another compilation error, another compilation error, another one. Internal server error. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Okay, but hold on a second. Definitely not gonna have the stream on for long because this is taking too long to do anything. But I'm just curious here. Let me restart the server. Clear npm run. Nope, not npm. npx turbo run dev. Refresh. Still process ID. I need a better computer, man. This is fucking chalked. Refresh again. Refresh a third time. Refresh a fourth time. Alright, let's see. Because if this does show up, then we should be good. But if I get an error in here, then I know that I'm importing from the wrong directory, and I could just fix that. But the fact that it's working locally with it being called like this, the importing the globals.css from the UI package, the fact that it's still working is weird. Because if I was importing it incorrectly, then it wouldn't work at all. Even on my machine, it would have been saying it would have been saying that there's an error. Let's see, CSS. Yeah, it's importing Tailwind stuff. And the font faces that I'm using plus Jakarta, and I know I'm using Inter somewhere. I don't know why it's not showing up here. Yeah, so it's getting the let's keep it here. Let's keep it here on the network tab. Let's see if I change this to from UI to styles globals.css. Let's see what it does. Yeah, just doing a lot of debugging honestly because um if if this was if this was better scenario, I would have just did this even refresh? I think it did, but let me just do it one more time. If I get an error, then I'll know that something's wrong. Okay, any errors? No errors. So that's interesting. I think that might be the problem, honestly. Let me do that on both. Here so you guys can see. I'm gonna open and fix and update these both and see if the build will run this time locally. Because if it does, then that means I was importing this definitely from the wrong location in these files. So let's fix that real quick and see if it will work. Okay, that's updated. Let's go back here and npx turbo run dev. Nope, not run dev. I'm stupid. Run build. let's see if this builds. If this works, then we should be Gucci to push these changes, and the deployment should work. Because I know I have to go up there and build. I don't know why it always gives me that warning that there's multiple log files. I don't know why it's looking at the log file in. Nah, this got me so curious. I'll have to take a look at that too. Ugh. Actually, let's just do that right now. I don't know why that popped up. Come on. Is there a package lock in here? There is. Why is there a package lock in here? And a node modules? Get rid of that. There's no package.json, so where's this coming from? Some of the stuff is old. From February? I gotta clean so much stuff, like so much junk in my computer instead of cleaning all that stuff up. Oh, it worked. It went through. So okay, so we fixed that. Yay! Linting, checking validity of types. Come on, give me the good news. And this is taking forever to clear. I'll move this off screen. Ugh. Why am I yawning like crazy? Alright, I can close this. Alright, so this works. Build passed, docs also passed. So it's generating the static pages. If this passes, I'm pushing this straight to the planet. I'm pushing this straight to GitHub immediately and checking that development one, the build on Vercel. I think we should be good. Trust me. I don't think the VOD for the stream is gonna be up just because it kind of is like a little out of my normal wheelhouse of content because I'm usually just streaming, playing Call of Duty or Halo or whatever. But okay, so they both succeeded. All right, so check that. Git status, git add, git commit, and sure fix. from UI package. I don't know what my so something's. Let me check package.json. Husky is installed. I do have the command here, so I'm surprised as to why this is not running the pre-commit. I might have to close that and reopen it. So give me oh right, I need to make the pre-commit too. Let's just copy it from what I have from another file. Red notes app.husky pre-commit. Put that in the Husky. I think that's why it wasn't working, because I didn't have my pre-commit hook. It's empty? Fuck. Why is that empty? Alright, whatever. Copy tmest api.husky pre-commit. Okay. Also empty. What? It is empty. What the hell is going on? Alright. Let's see. I know we have one that we can use on my GitHub. Let me just find it. So Task Guardian, did I have a pre-commit hook? Yes, I did have it, and it had a link staged in there, so that's good for us. Let's go ahead and open that bad boy, pre-commit. Put that in there. Close. Let's just double check. Did we added content? Yes, we did. And that our commit message one is also working. I'm gonna start this. I think it was like this, right? Was it? Yeah, it was like that. Okay. Get status. Get add. Husky pre-commit hook. Get commit and sure Husky add pre-commit hook. Get add Husky commit message. Get commit and sure. Okay, get status. What is going on in here? So there's a random pre-commit file in here. Yeah, we don't need this for now. So we'll just move this to assets. Okay, get push. We will open up go check our actions. I think we should be golden here. I should forgetting to do one last thing. We need the readme. We need all of this. I need to put this in the README. Come on, move. I'm also gonna put up the boilerplate that I'm using, that I made for this project in particular, because yo, setting up turbo repo uh, with packages that, so I'm having like all my UI package components live in this UI package, and boy was this a pain in the butt to set up. So I saved the boilerplate, like the starting point for this, because I know I'm probably going to be reusing this for other projects in the future. So if people want this, I will put it up on my GitHub repo. Just let me know and I'll put it up on my GitHub so people can use it, because this was again a pain in the butt to set up. Like honestly, it was so obnoxious to set up. Let me refresh this. I think they should all pass. Yay, they all passed. Woo, you love to see it. Anyways, let me do this. Just preview that these badges are working. Everything's passing. We don't have a version yet, so that's okay. All right, that's fine. I'll close that. Probably just edit that off screen. Just need to push that, git status, git add readme.md, git commit m docs readme add badges. Again, my hooks aren't working. What's going on? Git push. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I think I'm gonna have to close this and then reopen it. I'd also have to close that too and then reopen everything. I don't know why it's not working. Failed again? What's going on over here at Vercel, man? Are we faded? Might have to delete this and then re-upload it and see if it'll work that way, because this is kind of annoying now. Because I just keep getting emails saying that my deployment failed every 2 seconds. Yeah, I think I'll just do that so I can see it failing and know why it's failing. Because sometimes it's so difficult to delete my project. It's so difficult to see why if you're not like actually looking at deployment the deployment logs. So we'll import network. We will choose the apps web continue as the root, and we'll hit deploy. It's so awesome how well unsupported engine again. What's the problem now? But this is all changed. Why is it not working? Let's see, where in this project do I ask for 10.8? In the package.json? Is there anywhere else am I asking for 10.8? Actual is 10.9.2 and 22.1.7. But if I'm asking for a lower version, why would this matter? I might just have to get rid of that engines tag. I don't know why it's causing me so much problems. Let me see. Vercel. Okay, let's just get rid of it. It's just giving us too much. Because I know, because earlier when I updated it, it it didn't like that I was running higher versions of Node and npm, and then now it is. So I don't know what's going on. We'll try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll just chalk it. Okay, so that's still not working. My pre-commit hook is still not working for whatever reason. But I'll deal with that in a sec. I might have to do an npm install and let that run for a sec. In the meantime, let's open up Vercel. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely going to be problematic. So let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of this as well. We'll save that. We'll also get rid of, because this is experimental, we don't need it. We'll get rid of that. And we'll leave it as is, because we're not even publishing this package anyways. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So let's do an npm install one more time. Because I know that deployment is definitely going to fail again. Okay, now it's working. Now we got Husky in there too. At least I think. Do a git status, git add, git commit, chore package, remove dependencies, remove I think now my pre-commit stuff should run. Now we got rid of all that other rigmarole that's been... There it is. Our pre-commit hook is running, which is beautiful. We want that. Make sure that it's linting our commit messages. No valid configuration found. Oop, and I just dropped my water bottle and my phone and my... No valid configuration found. Pre-commit script failed. What the hell? What do I have in here? Alright, whatever. Let's just do this. We'll push for now. Everything's up to date. Well, that's not right. Okay, git commit chore package, reinstall dependencies, remove engines requirement. If this fails again, I'll just have to axe the pre-commit hook for a second here and then restore it. Because I think this, right now, it currently doesn't have the, the commit history. That's why it's failing. Okay, whatever. So we'll remove all of this. We'll hit save. We'll get status, git add a husky, pre-commit, git commit, sure. Let's see. This should pass. This should pass. This should not give us any issues. If this gives us issues, I'll be very upset. Because then I'll be forced to do a no verify. Okay. Let's push these changes. Then I'll come back in here. I'll put this back. Okay, that pushed. Let's check our repo. Man, this is so much debugging for some like very minor problems. We'll refresh in here, make sure. Okay, so some stuff in here failed. Why did these, what? Why did these fail? Oh my days, this is so annoying, bro. So this was giving us that error. I think now we should be good. I just got rid of everything that required us to have specific engines and whatnot. I think it was just giving this like a hard time to catch up. So I think these all should work now. We'll go to project. Okay, we're up. We're up and running, boys. So we can visit. Yep, it's up. Love to see that. We can click this link and follow it. Yes, we can. Sweet. This is not going to work because the docs isn't updated. So I'll just do that off stream because it's going to just be kind of annoying. Build failed again, which is interesting considering the Vercel deployment did work. The linting here is missing package manager in package.json. Oh my god. So we need to put back the package manager. Alright, whatever. Okay, this is experimental. We'll remove this, whatever. We don't need that. We'll hit save. We'll close all this other mumbo jumbo. So we know that that failed, which again is interesting that that failed, but the other one didn't. This also failed. Why? Check. Same problem, missing package manager and package.json. Okay, so we know that we have to put that. All right, so what matters now is that our site is up. Network is live. I think it should also update add the link to the GitHub repo here. Yes, it did. So what's next that I need to do? Probably do it on stream tomorrow, or I was probably streaming during the day tomorrow as I'm working on this. But what we need to do is upload the Docs app as well. I mean, since we're here, let me just push these, git add. All right. Let me add this commit, pre-commit hook, get commit, sure, pre-commit, revert hook. Okay. If this fails again, I'll be so pissed. All right, so this keeps failing. It says no valid configuration found. Husky. Okay, let's get on Google. No valid configuration found. Let me just check here. All right, let's do this. It's gonna. I was gonna. I don't know why this is failing. Check the package. We have lint staged, we have pretty quick, and we have husky. So here's what I'm gonna do, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna do npx husky init, npm install husky. Just reinstall husky, reinitialize all these hooks. There we go. And see what happens. I think it's probably just an improper installation that happened somewhere. And if that's the case, that's just an easier thing to fix than anything else. Okay, so husky is reinstalled. We have the prepare command. Okay. Status. Okay, so we have a pre-commit hook in here. We'll get rid of this. We'll hit save. Commit message. We'll hit save as well. Close. Get status. Get add package.json. Get commit m. Reinstall husky as dev dependency. No valid config found again. For what? Why does it keep failing? Is it because it's... Hold on, let's see what happens here. So that runs. So lint stage is what's not running. Oh, I see the problem now. I'm dumb. I forgot. This is what I missed to put in here. I don't know how this got removed. Maybe I just did. I forgot to put it. I think that's what happened. Okay, so we figured out what the problem is. So everything should be kosher now. Everything should be kosher, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now it's running properly. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be seeing. There we go, yo. Man, debugging is the worst. And I know I gotta put some of the stuff in the changelog too. Ugh. Okay. Git status. Git push. Okay. We also updated the package.json, removed engines, and what was the other one? Is it report unsafe or something like that? Uh, what else did we do? We updated the commit lint, and build workflows. So yeah, so we updated the commit lints in the GitHub workflows. We added the pre-commit hook. We removed some fields in the package that in the root package.json, and we also. So I think we should be good for the notes for the changelog that we need to put in there before we forget. Okay, let me push that towards. I need to open the changelog. I keep forgetting. We need to, right below here, add the change section because we need some changes. So okay, we updated the lint and build workflows. Were those the only ones we built? And commit lint. And we updated Node.js version to match the current project. What else did we do? We updated the package.json, removed engines and experimental metadata fields. We also updated commit lint configuration. No, we didn't. We updated lint stage. Actually, no, this is separate. Did I talk about hooks in here before? Okay. I think that's a good summary. It's a lot of this, man. I feel like I find myself spending more time on the freaking suite and the freaking I'm blanking out. In the command prompt window than anything else. Anyways, we're gonna push. So I'm not gonna do this on stream. I'm not gonna update the links for here. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go to let's launch the app here for a second and I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. Build is still passing somehow, which is funny. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let me just check that these workflows are succeeding. Okay, so everything did pass the last time around. Sweet. So we shouldn't worry about those. Then you go here to localhost 3000. Not dashboard, just 3000. So this is the web app here that's being pulled up. This is where all the application is going to live here basically. So people can be able to log in, log out, do all the team management stuff, which is the application that we're building. It's called Nestwork. It's a team and project management application. So you sign up, you create an organization, then you add. It's a multi-tenant service as well, which is just gonna get so complex. But it's a multi-tenant application. So different businesses sign up, they create their own workspace, they invite team members, they create teams inside of the workspace, and those teams can manage different projects and responsibilities and assignments and whatnot. But you basically just can manage the entire, project space in a sense through this application. It's nothing unique. There's Trello, there's Kanban, there's Monday, there's Team Nest, and all these other stuff. But this is just sort of my implementation of those kind of softwares built in this turbo repo, mono repo configuration, which is gonna become, I feel like, overwhelming in a little bit. But when that does happen, I think I'll have to split it into a multi-repo setup, a poly repo setup, where we have a repo that's for the web app, the Next.js web app, and then another one for the Next.js docs app, which will have all the full documentation for the project, and then all the other extra packages that manage the UI components, that manage the assets, like for the branding images and whatnot. Those will also be in a separate repo, and then those will just kind of, whichever repo needs whatever it would just be able to call from that and digest whatever data it needs. But yeah, so this is what I mean. When you click view documentation, it opens another tab and it loads you into the documentation app, which is also another Next.js application. It's in the code base here. Let me close this, close this, collapse everything. So apps here, we have docs and we have web. They're completely identical. Only what's going to be different is the stuff that's going to live inside of each app. So the docs would just be like a dash, will look something like, I don't know if I can find an example. We'll just go to ShadCN because I think that's the closest thing. So it looks something like this. It looks something like this, where you can come in and you can search through all the documentation. So all the info about how to set up a workspace, what the tech stack is, things like that. Just documenting the entire project front to back, so the platform will have its own documentation application to accompany it, and it will look something like this. This pretty much the same layout. We'll have a sidebar on the left here, and then content will flow in the middle. We'll have a header here with navigation and whatnot. So yeah, so right now both are under construction. So when you're here and you click on view documentation, it takes you to this app. So you can see the URL changes from localhost 3000 to 3001. If you look here, it's localhost 3000. So I'll basically just have to deploy this to Vercel as well, but I want to make it dynamic in the apps here. So what I need to do is this. We'll create a .env, then we'll create a next docs public URL or something like that. Then we will in locally we'll just have it as HTTP localhost 3001, and then in the app, let's say here, like in the page.tsx, for example, we'll scroll down. Where are we needing it? View documentation. So here, right? We'll do process.env next docs public URL, and we'll hit save. So that way, when we upload the web app back up to Vercel again, we'll just feed Vercel this same environment variable and just pass it the URL for the docs hosted app. And then those two you'll be able to link them up together. That's basically what I'm gonna do. I just wanna demonstrate what I mean here in a second, once this decides that it wants to save. And then after that, we'll chop the stream. Because it just hit midnight, and I want to go to bed a little early tonight, and wake up a little earlier tomorrow, and continue working on this. But because it took me so long to get this whole mono repo with turbo repo and ShadCN and all these packages all to work together to have all the stuff properly export and import, it was a nightmare. But I figured it out. It took me longer than it should have, but it works now. So I've like immediately when I got it to work, I just made a copy of the project and I just put it aside. I'm like, because I know in the future I'm gonna need another mono repo, and I'm gonna be using this exact same stack, this exact same setup. So I just need to make sure that I have this saved somewhere, so I don't have to sit here and figure out how I hooked everything up again. But yeah. What? I need to list this as a dependency in the term. Oh, yeah, actually, I don't even need to do that. Can I just call it directly? Okay, so it still needs to be a string. Come on, 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 come on. Okay. So this should reload here in a second, and we should be good, I think. I think it finished. Okay. Because I know Node can just, I mean, Next.js just auto digests .env files, so I don't need to install any dependency, I don't think. Ugh. Okay. Let's wait. Let's wait. Did I break it? Oh no, man. I think I broke it, stream. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh man, I broke it. Stream is broken. Hold on. Yeah, Chrome just crashed. Oh, okay. I got itself together. So this is what I mean. It works. I can click on that link and I can come over here. I don't know why I have two of them opened. No, I have three of them opened. That's the Vercel one. I could close that for now. Okay, so this is working. Let me close that one more time. Click on that. Take me to localhost 3001, please. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, dear Lord. This is unbelievably slow. I don't know why it's behaving like this today. It's usually, my computer can handle OBS open, Spotify open, VS Code open. I don't know when VS Code became so like intense on my computer, like hardware intensive. I think I have too many extensions running. Might have to start getting rid of some. But yeah, so the tech stack here is gonna be Next.js, obviously, React, obviously, TypeScript, obviously. But we're just gonna use better auth for authentication. We're gonna have uh, paywalled functionality in the future once I get some of the basic functionality enabled. So we're gonna use Polar with better auth because better auth has a Polar integration. I'm still also considering using Stripe because Polar is a merchant of record and not a payment processor in a sense. I mean, you can still process payments, but um, it's a more of a merchant of record. I'm not that familiar with Polar, but its integration with BetterAuth is very straightforward as I've seen, and BetterAuth has a really good development kit. So I think we might go with that, but it's still 50-50 between Polar and BetterAuth or just Stripe. So we'll see. I'll do some more research on that. So we have BetterAuth, we have Stripe or Polar for payments. We're gonna have Drizzle and Postgres for our database and object relationship modeling, schema design, whatever. Then that's all gonna live on Neon. Then we need to integrate a text editor. I think we're gonna use TipTap. Then we're gonna need some live sync and like collaboration ways to show that there's live collaboration because the platform will have live collaboration where if I'm on the Trello board or whatever and I'm moving stuff around, somebody can see me doing that, or they can see that who's touching what and moving what, who's typing what, and who's moving what. So that's also going to be integrated. We're also going to need something for background jobs. So QStash or Bullet MQ might come in handy, and we might need a logging. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty. I'll list basically everything that I thought of. I'm just trying to riddle this stuff off from the top of my head. We're also going to use Zod for forms, React Hook Form. We're going to use React, not Hot Toast. We might use Sonner. But the one thing I don't like about Sonner is it doesn't have variations of like different toast boxes. So if I'm showing an error, it doesn't really appear as it's an error. It just shows it's a regular notification. So that's something to think about. We're also gonna need what else? Um, Give me a sec. I had this written somewhere. Yeah, so here we go. Next.js with app router, React, Tailwind, Shadcn end for the front end, basically. Auth is going to be better auth. We're also going to need invite only mode to start. So you can register and create a workspace, but um, or you can be invited to one. So we're gonna need to integrate invitation. We're gonna use resend for handling mail and emails and whatnot. Database is Postgres on Neon with Drizzle as the ORM. TipTap is the UI editor. Um, we're gonna do optimistic updates first to display sort of like the real-time nature of the application, and then in the future we might add YJS or something like that, or Socket.io to handle real-time data. And then for testing, we're going to use vtest, and then bullmq for the job queue handling. For now, I don't think we might need it, but we might if I continue updating this project in the future. Um, Also, we're gonna need Nux and TypeSense for the search functionality, and we might also add AI for semantic features. I'm considering doing offline support, but I'm not sure yet. And we also need trigger.dev for notifications. And then everything's gonna be hosted on Vercel. Um, yeah, sweet. So that's basically the tech. Yeah, that's basically the tech stack as it currently stands. Um, but yeah, so thank you for tuning in for this little 1 hour stream of me doing a little bit of programming debugging work to get our project up and running. This is the GitHub repo, github.com/Mr. Fix/Nestwork. If you're interested in keeping up with the project, you can follow it there. Please give it a star. And if you want to contribute once we get a little bit further ahead so you have a better idea of what I'm working on, feel free to do that. I'm also going to update the README, so with a little bit more information, I'm going to add a little get started section, also a section for the tech stack so people can see that as well. And then once we get a little bit further ahead, I'm going to add all the other community documentation like the code of conduct, the contributing guidelines, the pull request template, the bug report template. What else? I think there's one more thing I'm forgetting. The security document, any issue templates. Uh, yeah, those are the ones we're missing right now. The code of conduct, the contributing guidelines, the security policy, and the issue templates, and the pull request template. So those will be added in the future once we get to state in the project that is usable with a lot of the bare bone features implemented that I want to implement, and then I could, people want to come in and contribute. I'll have some documents to accompany the project so people can be able to do that without having to keep tapping my shoulder for details. But yeah, so far we have everything set up that we need to. The Vercel added the link automatically here. I'm also gonna get the domain for this, so it looks legit, and we'll go from there. But yeah, this project is really inspired by Trello, Kanban. It's inspired by Linear. I really like Linear. Monday.com, also really good. So that's just sort of like my implementation of those softwares with a little bit more on top of that. So yeah, I think this will be an interesting project. It'll be a really good resume project as well. So if you want to follow along, feel free to do so. Again, this is the repo URL, github.com. I'm going to put this in the chat. github.com/Mr. Fixed/Nestwork. If you want to give it a star, I'll be, again, updating this daily, um, and pushing changes, pushing updates. I think by end of day tomorrow, we should have the authentications uh, flow implemented. We'll have some of the schemas up. At least the schema for the user will definitely be up. And then we'll add the schema for all the other data types that we're going to need. For data models and data types we're going to need. But yeah. So yeah, make sure if you want to keep up with this project, just go to GitHub, follow that link, start the project, watch it. Really, really helps that people are interested. So it gives me the motivation to continue working on this. And I'll be back tomorrow night again with a short stream again, talking about what's going on with the project, what I'm working on, any debugging work that we need to do again. That will go there as well. Let me just double check the Vercel deployment here, that we don't have any errors and whatnot. And I'll also upload the docs application to Vercel as well. Have the web and the docs also communicate. So when you click on one link from the web app to go to the docs app, it will take you to that link and vice versa. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too busy tomorrow, but yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.